Alright, here we are with the Rubicon. We're out here getting ready to make a run, and it is chilly out here. I want to say it's in the 60s. The days run in the upper 80s, and then the nights drop into the 60s. I mean, 20 plus degrees difference there. But here we go with the Rubicon. Looking good. Nice little modulation with that fusion AC in it. And like I said in my last video, a lot more upgrades to this thing. A lot more. And this is going to be a long video, but I don't care because I'm going to go back and watch it myself and enjoy it. I like looking at them, and tells me what I need to do to the vehicles. I mean, when I get ready to start being serious about it, it'll be different. I'll make the little shorts and all of that, but right now I'm learning and having fun. And I'm going to be learning and having fun for a long time. So by the time I'm ready, I should be able to rock it the way I want to. And if it doesn't work out, it's still a hell of a hobby. This is one of them. And technology is just going to get better. This is a hell of a hobby to be in, man, I'm telling you. Look at her. Looking sweet. That red clashing. Not clashing, but blending with the red on the vehicle. Looking nice. Very nice. And she's articulating like a champ. And one thing I want to learn, is how the gearing and all of that works, because eventually this one still has dig, but I want to take it and make it a 2-speed. Not 2-speed, but 4-wheel drive, where you can turn it off and turn it on. I think that's what the deal is with it. Got it on the rocks here. Let's see how she does. I'm going to take it all the way down to the other side. And then just try to bring it back up, see if it turns over. This is where dig would come in handy on here. I just can't remember which one it is. There it is. But it ain't gonna work on the rocks for sure. Because it'll just slide. For some reason, the rocks on that side over there are pretty loose. And I took the needles off of it and put Batrazzi's on it, as I mentioned in my last video. See how they grab. These rocks, not very well. This vehicle is pretty heavy, and that's another thing I got. It came in, I got me a scale, so I'll be able to weigh my vehicles. And boy, she is struggling. Just moving rock, that's all it's doing. And that's where okay, slowly but surely. They seem to be pretty compact. The rocks seem to be pretty packed on this side here. pick it back up. Let's see what it does. Rocks are just looser on that side over there for some reason. It's kind of weird. It's weird how the rocks are loose on that side and not over here. Yeah, no problem. But then we go back on the other side and try to do the same thing. Look at that wide turning radius over there. Struggles over there. Finally. That's crazy. Alright, let's take it over to Foxtrot Trail Course 2. Alright, here we are at Foxtrot Trail Course 2. And it looks like the water held up pretty good out here. So, let's do a little tour and I'll explain what's going on. So nice, man. It is sweet. Performs nicely. So far. It's like when you brag on them, that's when they act up on you. You gotta crawl over that just nicely. Nice modulation, radio link, transmitter and receiver doing its thing, along with the fusion. And the Desert Lizard shocks flexing like they're supposed to. We'll get to the entrance part of the trail of the moat. And you can see all the plastic there. It's probably going to take probably 5 cans of Flexi-Seal. I'm going to cover all that plastic. Once this water dries up, I'm going to cover all of this plastic and, well, the outer part of it and the moat part with Flexi-Seal and help preserve that plastic, because the outer part of the moat is mainly where I want the plastic to last, so it can, you know, hold the water. But on the inside of the moat up there where the vehicle is about to go, the inner part of it, the dry part, I don't care if the plastic disintegrates there, but I'm going to cover all of that in caliche and rock anyway. But even if the plastic disintegrates, that's fine. I just want the outer part of it to last so that, you know, it'll hold water. And as you can see, it's holding water pretty good. There's no light out here, but let me fix that. And boom, we have lights, baby. All right. This is giving me kind of an idea about lights. I could just set up, put another set of, these lights that I have on out here are lights that I used to work on my car in the garage. I can get a couple more of those and man, it'll light this puppy up nicely. But like I said, the inner side of the moat, I don't care about the plastic disintegrating. It's just the outside where the water and stuff is. And as you can see, the water It's holding pretty nicely. That Rubicon looking sweet. Those red rims look good on there. Very nice in there. We're going to enter into the moat. And do a little water crawling, a little light water crawling. And see, like I said, all of that white is going to be black, and everything's going to blend in when I'm done with it. Have rocks and mulch and everything just looking natural. But look at it. Creeping through that water. That's cool. No mud. I don't want any mud. Yeah, I think it's gonna turn out pretty nice. And once I get it set up right, there'll be more water in it all the way around the moat. But I want it to look as natural as it possibly can. I like to lost it there. Swing around that brick there. It's grabbing that plastic, but look at it articulate nicely. I like that. This is just a raw run, baby, but I'm loving it. I wish I had the zoom on it, but this one doesn't, so we have to do without it for now. Just for now. Look at that water. Cruising through a little water there. Yeah, that water's gonna last. It sticks around pretty good. That's a truck. Alright, let's get up over that root. And see, I'm going to put just a few little rocks on the bottom. Like where there's caliche right there, where the truck is sliding due to the plastic. Bottomed out. Yeah, I think it bottomed out because it ripped a hole in the plastic right there, but that ain't gonna matter because that's a high part, so you can just take a different route around it. Nice. Yeah, that water's hanging in there nicely. Just keep it on cruising. We're gonna go across the moat bridge, and I like these bricks better because I don't have to worry about painting or replacing anything on down the road, because we are gonna be doing this for a while. Them Batrazis are doing their thing, man. I wish they were 2.2s. That would be even nicer, but you may not even need 2.2s. And I made the moat a little wider when you cross over the bridge there, so you have a little bit turning in there. And yeah, that way you won't have to back up. Just cruise on through the moat. A little water there, nothing hurting it. hurting anything, just cruising through, giving it a little special effect. Now once it all gets covered in and rocks and everything in there, it's gonna look cool, man. I can just vision it right now. But I gotta hurry up and get it done because the sun and plastic do not get along. So the fence is on hold right now until I get this done. Once I get this done, I got my truck situated. It's looking beautiful, running beautiful. And I didn't get a chance to show it today because Aries, I'm talking about my Dodge Ram 1500 2011, bought brand new. I didn't get to show it today because I got up this morning and cleaned it up, and it was dirtier than I thought. So it took me a while to get that done. And then when I did that, I laid back down for a few hours and then got up and went and got me and the missus some Firehouse subs, and been out in my studio since then, actually changing the tires on this vehicle here and messing with the Ultimate Hauler TRX6, looking for see, there's a brick there. I want to incorporate that in some kind of way, and I got bricks all over my property. I'm just going to take my John Deere and go pick them up and bring them back here. I had them for landscaping, but guess what? They're going to become part of my rock crawler course now. But yeah, the TRX6, I was back there messing with it, and oh man, that thing is taking me longer than I thought it would. But when it gets done, it's going to be nice. So just something else. So we're going to leave out of the moat, out of the dry part of the moat. We're going to go back into the moat itself, crawl up out of there. We're going to see if we're going to hit this, if we can hit this bridge at an angle. But I love it. I love that water part there. That is sweet. That toe hit the sketching in the back there. There we go. Ripping that plastic back there. But once I put the caliche down and the rocks down, it's going to lift everything up a little bit. And this is going to be a little rough, so we're going to try to go around this here. Go around that log there. I got that log there kind of holding the plastic down because I don't want to put holes in the plastic in a bunch of places because it, you know, screw up the integrity. So let's put that there. Because like I said, all of this is going to be covered. You're not even going to be able to see any plastic when I'm done with it. Yeah, it's going to be a long video, but I'm going to enjoy it. This one is just for me. Just for me. So I can kind of, you know, analyze and see what I'm doing and see what I need to do. Nice. Love it. Love it, love it. It's going to be super nice when I get done with it. And I've still got, where I'm standing, I can put rocks and, you know, stuff add into the course there. Then on the other side of the moat, part of the course, you know, it's going to be nice. Let's head on over to Foxtrot Trail Course 1. Do a little trailing. Alright, I don't have the 2.2s on here anymore, so let's see how it does going across the thick grass here. Can't do this for very long because as soon as I turn the light on, freaking bugs go crazy out here. But no bogging down. It's handling it with these 1.9s, and I think the weight has a lot to do with it because this vehicle is heavy. I'll be able to tell you after Christmas how heavy it is. Alright, here we are at Foxtrot Trail Course 2. As you can see, there's no lights other than what's on the vehicle, but we can fix that. And boom, baby, lit up. Ready to roll. All the landscaping lights are out, but that's okay. Here we go over Ty Road. Like I say, right now I don't get enough views to worry about anything anyway. I'm just enjoying it and having fun, learning, checking out my vehicles and seeing what they're about. Having a blast. I love it. She is lit up nicely. .9s with Desert Lizards 90 millimeters with Petrozzi tires on it. No weights or anything on the tires. Which the axles, all of that's going to change because I'm going to put some new axles with all the weights and everything on it. So it's going to be 100%. Alright, here we are at Bedrock Bridge. I don't have the SUV bricks in there. Let's see what happens. This is a long vehicle, so scrape it in the back. Power gets it through that. Tires grabbing, those Petrozzi's grabbing. I love those Petrozzi's by FNS. Nice. It's gonna bottom out though. I can see it, yeah. Alright, let's see how it does with the bricks there. Oh, that is the first turnover since I've had all of the upgrades on this vehicle. A long wheelbase. Yeah. Went back to the same exact spot and did the same exact thing. You hear that tow hitch? I should have took that tow hitch off. Brakes aren't holding. Okay, I added a third brick. Let's see what happens. beans. So that third brick might not be a bad option. Let's head on over to Blackpot Hill. Alright, here we are at Blackpot Hill. Let's see how it does. I didn't take the tow hitch off of it, so that's going to give it a little extra length there. Probably about a ½ inch. See what it does though. The weight is causing the Batrazis not to stay planted, but like I said, there's no portal covers or anything down low. No weight down low. Got soft foam. Well, no, all the foams are the foams that came with the tires. And look at it. Boy, nice. Very nice. I love it. That was nice. That was very nice. Alright, let's get on back around here and get her set up for this center of gravity thing. Servo kind of gave out on me there a little bit. It is very top heavy. And I mean, it's not a crawler, but I just want to see what it can do. It's fun. Here we go. Get a little weight on the wheels, it'll be a little bit more balanced. I just got nice articulation. Very nice articulation. It wouldn't be doing this right here if it didn't have that articulation. Nice. Even though that back tire is jacked up in the air. Look at that back tire. Drop, baby. Man, I love the control. Tell you what, it's nice, and it doesn't have any weight down bottom. Wait till I put those axles on here. Oh my God, it's gonna be a beast, a super beast. It's already a beast. All right, let's see how it does on the descent. Off camera, I knocked over like 10 bricks. So it is, if you brag, you mess up. That is crazy how it works. It's a balance. That's the way it is. What is it called? The Chinese saying with the emblem, the black and white swirling emblem. Can't remember what you call it. I'm gonna have to look that up. But it's a balance, I truly believe, because it happens too much. That bumper's gonna catch. Okay, tires picked it on up. Nice descent. Ooh, this vehicle is nice, man. Very nice. Let's get it on camera turning around. This gimbal is just retarded. Yin and yang, that's what it's called. I knew it would come to me eventually. Yin and yang. You hear that toe hitch scraping back there? So you can get around these tires to grab. Whoa! Look at that puppy. Nice. Boy. Go on about your business. Very nice. Alright, we're going to go back the opposite way up over the Bedrock Bridge. Here we go. Get that articulation. Everything's working like it's supposed to there. Nice. This is where it'll probably bottom out somewhere. Alright, it's past the bottoming out part. Nice. Look at a drag brake. Very nice. Very nice. Look at that. Very nice. Just creeping along. See if that bumper grabs. Catches. See if the tires are lit. There we go. Nice. It's that toe hitch that grabs. Alright, we're gonna go over Rosebud Bridge. I'm just having fun. Just for me. Okay, nice. Drag brake holding. Drag brake holding nicely. Here we go. Brick at the bottom here seems to cause a problem. I need to move that. Drag brake. Nice. Wood to metal bridge in a while. Let's do that. Toe hitch catch. Not smooth, but it gets us. Yeah, it keeps us going. Nice turning radius. Just got that long front bumper on it there. Lifted it back up there. And I run off again. Now, Robert. All right, let's see if we can get this transition here. Turn the lights off so I can see. I still dropped off at the end. Alright, we're going to do Bedrock Bridge the opposite way. Servo got a little weak on me there. There we go. Look at her lift. Nice. Drop on down. Okay, this is where it's going to bottom out at. Maybe. Yeah. You can just hit it a little lower here. I'm making that back tire drop off. We're scraping somewhere. Ooh! I gave it a little help there. Let's see what happens. You know, that tow hitch hinders it a lot, but you know, it's not a crawler. Alright, let's see how it does going up over Shovel Bridge the opposite way. Grass done got tall. Here it is October and grass still growing. Making seeds. Yeah, I think I got a feeling once it gets cold, it's gonna hit all of a sudden. Yeah, this cold gonna hit us all of a sudden, and you're not gonna be able to do anything. You're gonna have to really watch the temperatures here over the next few weeks, I think. Right up nicely. Lights up under the bridge. Shovel Bridge the opposite way. So she bottomed out. Or will I turn it over? All right, we're heading toward Twin Peaks. Let's see what happens. This thing is amazing. 1.9's on it, and it is cruising like a beast. I mean, on my course. I know that the courses that I see on TV, it may not do the same on those, but on my course, it's doing its thing. I say that I see on TV, I mean on YouTube. It handles my course. I mean, it's challenging for me. I love it. Look at it. Look at that articulation. Look at that articulation, man, in that front tire. I missed the rock, but it held it. Look at that. Look at that tire drop. Man, that is nice. Look at that articulation, baby. Nice. That's why I couldn't drive a brush very well. I am spoiled with this, man. That is so cool. You saw how that shock dropped down? I got these babies tuned. Nice. No diff catch in there, but I like how the links on this vehicle are flat. There's no arches in them, they're straight. Nice. Very nice. Alright, we're going to come back the opposite way over Diff Catcher Road. And we'll go back over Twin Peaks the opposite way. I mean, if you watch any of my other videos, a lot of my vehicles catch in this area here. This one has got it tamed, man. Look at that. No pumpkins grabbing or anything. That is nice. That is very nice. For a trail, look at that tire drop in the back. Look at that articulation. Boy. Can't wait to go back and watch this one. See how that front passenger tire does. Slow and easy. Look at it drop. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that shock do his thing. Boy. Nice. Whew. I love it. Love it with a passion, baby. Yes, sir. Let's bring it on around. Bring it on back around. Look at that tire. Look at that articulation. Look at that. That is nice. No problem. Man. See if it bottoms out. It's a long wheelbase. See what happens. Notice you got to hit that shovel just right. Give it that little extra few millimeters it needs to clear. Look at it. That is a photo shot there. This thing is nice, man. This up just enough and just in time to where that tow hitch don't grab. Nice. Alright, I'll stop there. I should have paused it, but I didn't. I've been rolling all this time without the interior lights on. Gotta showcase the driver. He's doing a good job. Gotta show off the drag brake. See what's up with that. Look at that. Ah, nice drag brake. Alright, let's hit Pride Rock going the other way. I think the battery's getting a little weak there. There's natural big action right there. Look at it. That's a photo op right there. All right, the final journey, the final obstacle of this journey. It's gonna bottom out. Let's see if we can get to prevent that. Oops. Taller tires would have prevented that. See if we can do it anyway though. Different angle. Make it flex. it's gonna turn over. Let's try it one more time. If not, then we're gonna pass on this one. It's just that wheel, that long wheelbase just hinders the crap out of it. And see right there, if a few millimeters are on those tires, it would do it. Which is definitely something to think about, but it's not a crawler. Just have to say it, Pride Rock is not your thing, Rubicon. Keeping on flat ground with a few obstacles. Hello, beautiful. It's a nice rig here, man. Nice trolling rig. Alright, there you have her. For her not to have divs and you know, front wheel, 4-wheel drive and all of that, it's amazing. I'm gonna get rid of the dig because I don't need the dig. I just need to make it all 4-wheel drive. But this is an awesome rig, man. It is definitely in the top 5 of all my vehicles. And she is due for some serious upgrades, and while I have it all broke down, I want to try to figure out how to get rid of the dig and just make it all 4-wheel drive, and it will be just a simple beast. And I'll put all my parts together, keep them all bagged up and together so I don't lose stuff, because this is going to be pretty much a serious breakdown for this one, you know, overhauling. But there you have it. Rubicon by Axial. Very nice. Like I always say, folks, much more to come. And thanks for watching. Even though this one is just for me.